my classroom, there are 4 aspects to writing. We will take a look at our morning message, which is where I write the message and the kids come up and find mistakes. We will go over interactive writing, where the kids come up and fill out a thinking map. And we will go through a writer's workshop where we write a story together, and then the students come up with their own ideas and go back and write their own story. Good morning. Let's read our morning message and find our mistakes. Dear class, good morning. Today is Friday. You will see some of your book buddies today. Love, Miss Bunch. Does anybody see a mistake this morning? Joseph?
The B is supposed to be capital in my name.
Hey, that's right. The B in my name is supposed to be capital. Very good. Who can tell me one of the rules, raise your hand, why we capitalize letters in our message? Rebecca?
Because they're the first word of the sentence.
If it's the first word of our sentence, what else, Ryan?
Names.
If it's a name. If
The week.
a day of the week. Alfredo?
Special holidays.
Special holidays and
Month of the year.
month of the year. Good job. Okay, what is another mistake, Micah?
At your, there's supposed to be Y-O-U-R.
Very good. How do you know that?
Because it's a word of all
The word while word. Let's spell it. Your. Y-O-U-R. Okay. Maya?
And good, there's supposed to be 2 O's.
Very good. What did 2 O's put together say? Ugh. Okay. Rebecca?
There's supposed to be double E and C.
And C, how do you know that?
It's a word of all
The word while word. Let's spell it. C-S-E-E. Good job. Cortland?
Is some supposed to be O-E?
Okay, and how do you know that?
Because it's a word.
It's a word while word. Good job. Let's spell it. Some. S-O-M-E. Okay, one more. We found all of our misspelled words, and we found all of our punctuation mistakes. Micah?
And today there's supposed to be a T. The T is supposed to be capital.
Why is the T supposed to be capital?
It's the first word of our sentence.
Very good. Oh, y'all did an awesome job. Awesome. Good job. Okay, can y'all try and read it for me? You ready? Dear
class, good morning. Today is Friday. You will see some of your book buddies today. Love, Miss Bunty.
Awesome job. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to read Mrs. Wishy-Washy today. Mrs. Wishy-Washy by Joy Calley. Mrs. Wishy-Washy. Oh, lovely mud, said the cow, and she jumped in it. That's better, said Mrs. Wishy-Washy, and she went into the house. Away went the cow, away went the pig, away went the duck. Oh, lovely mud, they said. Okay. We are going to do a story map today on Mrs. Wishy-Washy. So if I call on you, you need to come up and make sure you're using your sounds to write what happened in the story. Who can tell me what was the first thing that happened in the story?
The cow jumped in it.
Jumped in the mud. Very good. Can you come up and use your sounds to write that for me? Up top. Okay. The cow jumped. Okay. Rebecca, can you tell me what happened after the cow jumped in the mud?
The pig rolled in it.
The pig rolled in the what?
Mud.
The mud. Thank you. Rolled. What are we hearing? Rolled. Rolled. Very good, Rebecca. Okay, and when Mrs. Wishy-Washy came along, what did she do, Micah?
She said, just look at you.
And then what happened after she said, just look at you? She
washed the cow.
Okay, so she washed the cow. Okay. Okay. Washed. What do we hear after the W in washed?
C-S-H.
S-H. Good job, Cortland. Washed. D. The is a word wall word. How do we spell it?
T-H-E.
She washed the cow. What's the first sound you hear, Amanda, in cow?
C.
C. Very good. All right. Okay. She's washed the cow. She's washed the pig. David, what's next?
She washed the duck.
She washed the duck. Can you come write that for me? She. Good job. What's the end of our sentence need? Period. Good job. All right, Mia, after she washed the duck, what did Mrs. Wishy-Washy do? She cleaned all the animals and went where? In the house. So Mrs. Wishy-Washy went into the house. Miss. M-I what? Miss. M-I-S. Wishy.
W-I.
W-I-S-H-E-Y. Wishy. Okay, let's sound out into. 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 Very good. How. What two letters make the ow sounds, Rebecca?
O-U.
Ow.
O-W.
O-W. House. Cortland, what's the last sound you hear in that word?
S.
S. And Riley, what happened after Mrs. Wishy-Washy went into the house?
Away went the pig, away went the duck, and away went the
Okay.
cow.
Where'd they go?
That's the mud.
So the animals, what?
So that's the mud.
Went back to the mud. Okay. Animals. Can y'all help me with animals? And what's the first sound you hear? A-N. Okay. Animals. The animals went back. Back. Great job. Okay, can y'all read it for me? Let's try and read it. The cow jumped in the mud. The pig rolled in it. The duck paddled in the mud. Miss Wishy-Washy came along. She washed the cow. She washed the pig. She washed the duck. Miss Wishy-Washy went into the house, and the animals went back to the mud. Great job. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Awesome. We're going to read Dog Breath today, The Horrible Trouble with Halitosis. Dog Breath by Dav Pilkey. There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Halitosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie, and they decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. Because life without halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. Okay, So, what was our animal in our story today, Rebecca?
A dog.
A dog. What problem did our dog Hallie have, Joseph?
The breath smell.
He had some bad breath, didn't he? Well, today we are going to brainstorm together some different animals, and then we're going to also come up with some silly problems, just like Hallie's silly problem with her bad breath, on what problems our animals might have. So what are some animals that we can maybe write about today? JT, what's an animal?
Bird.
A bird, okay. Rebecca, what's another animal?
A cat.
Okay. Ryan?
Dog.
Amanda, can you think of another animal?
A cat.
A cow, okay.
A monkey.
A monkey, okay. Okay. One more, Nadia.
A zebra.
A zebra.
Okay.
Just because the animal's not up here doesn't mean you can't write about it. Okay, now let's think about some silly problems that there might be. Rebecca?
One animal doesn't have a leg and he can't almost walk. He has to hop.
Okay, so maybe a missing leg. What would be another silly problem? Joseph?
Lost his leg and he couldn't walk.
Okay, well, so maybe missing leg and can't walk. Micah?
Someone going to the zoo and there's a monkey or a gorilla and they're throwing bananas around and eating them.
So maybe an animal that likes to throw food. Okay, and Tyler?
Too big to fit in the cage.
Well, maybe our animal's too big. Those are some good ones. Okay. All right. Dylan, pick an animal that we listed over here.
A dog.
Okay, we're going to write about a dog. Maya, can you pick a problem that we listed over here?
Too clumsy.
Okay, too clumsy. So together, real quick, we're going to write a story about a dog that is too clumsy. What's my dog's name going to be, JT?
Jake.
Jake? Okay. So, let's see. I have a dog named Jake. He is clumsy. Okay, so now what can I do? We've decided my animal and we've decided his silly problem. So what could I write about next, Rebecca?
He has to go to the doctor twice a day.
Because he gets hurt running into things. Oh my goodness, that's a good one. What else could I write about? So my dog's clumsy. I have to take him to the doctor all the time because he gets hurt. JT?
He's running around the house and he knocks down a lamp.
Okay. Today, he knocked over a lamp.
And got stung.
So if my animal was running around and knocking over stuff and breaking stuff all the time, what do you think we might have to do with our dog? David?
Put it into a garage sale and sell it.
Oh, maybe sell him in a garage sale. Okay, that's a good idea.
Maybe put him in his crate.
You might have to go in his crate or his cage.
Put him back to the store.
I'd have to take him back to the store I got him from, huh? Okay. Well, I think I'm going to end my story today with him getting to stay outside. That way he can run around outside and not break anything.
You're supposed to go to the back.
I could go to the back if I run out of room. Okay. Well, thank y'all for helping me come up with my story. All right. In just a minute, you guys are going to come up with your own animal story and your silly problem that your animal's going to have. You can pick any animal there is, and you can come up with any silly problem you want. You can use one of the things we came up with on the board, or you can come up with your own. Monkey. What's the first sound in monkey? M. Very good.
Jellyfish.
Ooh, he likes to eat jellyfish. Your dog ran away. Horn. M. Very good. That's a good one. Yeah. So my zebra has a horn, and my zebra is horn. So we need to add horn right there. Can you squeeze that in? Okay. And broke his horn off. Good job. Okay, we need to be good listeners for our authors. I picked a few of us that are going to share their stories. And then if you did not finish your story or you're not sharing right now, we will share them later this afternoon before we go home, okay? So, Rebecca, do you want to come read first?
I have a dog, macaw, but he has one problem. He can't fly. When I am done, he goes in my bedroom and he goes to sleep.
Alfredo.
I have a reptile named Gitter Snake. He has a little problem. He always bites, but he ties himself on me and he holds me with his tail, but I put him in his snake cage.
As you saw in the clip, we use our morning message to teach the students about simple punctuation. I also use it to teach them when to use capital letters, and I also use it to reinforce the spelling of our word wall words. With our interactive writing, I use that as a time to really get the students to start stretching out their words and hearing all the sounds that they hear in each word. And I usually do that with either thinking maps or predictable charts. With Writer's Workshop, it's a good time to really get the students thinking about what good authors do and the rules of writing and making sure that they're spacing out their words and using punctuation and really getting them to think about all the details they need to put into their stories. We also do journal writing in the room, and that is their free time where they can spread out around the room and write stories on whatever they feel like they want to write on, or they copy stories out of books from the library. I try and do writing conferences with each student once a week, and that is where we take their writing and I go through and we talk about all the good things that they've done with their writing and maybe one or two little things they need to work on. As you can see here, we circled the word wall words that they misspelled in their writing, and we also added periods where they left their periods out on. And then sometimes with their conferences, I just go through and write the words that they misspelled so I can read it later on or they can read it to their parents when they get home.